Yeah, it's just a quick one of the Camelot Beanie. Got the female in that plastic bit of decor thing there. She's in there with some eggs, and you've got him outside chasing the silver dollars off. But I was surprised. I thought I thought the silver dollars would start picking up fry, but they didn't the last time. They were too scared to go near them. But one sec, I'm just going to pause it while I go to the other beanie tank. Sorry, that's just my Wi-Fi box. But yeah, as you can see, I'm using a Hydra stream on the return coming back from the external filter. But yeah, I haven't got nothing massive on this. Like I said, I've got a Fluval big, not a big, but the biggest one they do before you get to the FX is the 406. I've got one of them, but filled up with very, very good media, and that, and I've got the biggest Tetra one that they do, the EX1200, that holds a ton of media. But again, really good media in that. And the Hydra stream, it just makes it so that I don't know what it is. It's like the same as what a protein skimmer does with my marine tank. This is what this does with you know what I mean, with your fresh water. It's like it's the only thing I've noticed. But when I go and do water changes, the TDS is lower than when it was when I put it in, and I use 50% RO and 50% tap water and all the beanie. Yeah, I thought that was going to spawn over here, but I think because of the wave makers. Because they do come from places with moderate to high flow, a lot of them, so same with this Lana as well. But one second. Yeah, this is the little one I handpicked for someone else, but as I said, they're taking some fry instead. But yeah, these and Haitiensis, really, you need to put them in a tank and then leave them there. They don't do well if when I move them tanks. To be fair, I haven't lost any moving them tanks, but I used to when I had the San Pedro, because what it was, it's obviously when you're moving it from one tank to the other, and the parameters are slightly different. They are quite a sensitive fish, so a lot of the time they stop eating, they bloat, they end up with a white stringy shit, and that was that. But since I've been using these Hydra streams, and what I do is I just transport the water from this tank straight into the other tank, and then put when it's about an inch deep, grab him out, and then that's it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm keeping him as a pet, this one. But yeah, beautiful. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have this one as a pet. He's just gonna go into like a 4x2 on his own. Be a wet pet. Yeah, I'm not going to use him as a breeder because he's related to my pair. Obviously, he come from my pair, so I can't breed him with. I don't want to get another batch of fry out of him. Do you know what I mean? And then do that, but because it's not that. If you're going to send it on to other people and they're doing the same thing again, you know what I mean? It starts playing with the genetics. So I think yeah, if you got the fry from like the rest of this batch and you had them, and you had a pair come out of it, I think you'd do all right because it's still not that far removed. But yeah, very, very active fish and very, you know what I mean, personable. Up at the front of the glass all the time, begging for food. See, as soon as you go in the tank. Sorry, my hand looks massive compared to him, but yeah, he's only little. But yeah, it's full of character. Lovely, lovely fish. This is the one that's going to be hard to film now because they've spawned and they spawn in the most awkward of places. This is the Rio del Oro Islanum, if I can get them on camera. Yeah, sorry, the thing's not even bloody focusing. I'm trying to get the male here on camera because the light on this tank is crap. Yeah, that's the male there. And I've got a big nuka one for like a 3-inch fish. And you've got the other one in the pot that won't come out. It'll wait till food comes in the pot and then that's it. And you've got this one here that gets chased off all the time, so keeps the pair bonding between it. That's it now, it's starting to. Yeah, there's the male. Look how little he is, and look at the size of the hump on his head. Gorgeous little thing these are. Yeah, Rio del Oro. Yeah, I've just chucked in some flakes from. I spent the next half an hour picking them up. greedy little sods. But yeah, that's the only way you get to see them. But yeah, you have to put loads of hiding places in because otherwise the male is just like similar to Grimodi's, not quite as bad, but they are the same, you know what I mean, from the same group, aren't they? But well, they were Amphilophus, weren't they, this island, but they're not now. They're chap heroes, I think. Yeah, then there's the RTMs. My mate's having them. He's coming for them tomorrow. But yeah, I've changed gravel out, as you can see. There's just gravel and sand mixed. And over here you've got the Cubans. We've actually quite a big spawn for Tetracanthus, as you can see. Look, there's more than a couple of hundred there. How far it spreads out. The problem is with these, yeah, because they're so carnivorous. So if you pull all them through and put them in into a tank on their own, the bigger ones will eat the smaller ones. Like day by day, you'll notice they're disappearing. And once I see one of them swimming around with one in its mouth, so yeah, I don't know if they sort of spread out a bit in nature, but in here, like these sort of conditions, they can't really get away, can they? But that's just there, so the female can get into it if the male starts being a prick. But yeah, I proper love this pair as well. Couldn't get rid of these. I've had these since these were like 2 inch. This was the original female we paired with. It's the only one he's not too bad on. Yeah, the one that's in here. One of them went to the shop. But see that one there at the bottom there for the focus. Sorry, this is a brand new Samsung as well with 5 cameras on it. It's meant to be the bollocks for filming, and this looks shit, to be honest. It's not focusing in, you know, like normally if on a camera, see if there's a face, it will zoom in on it and then sort of straighten out. It's not doing that on this. I don't know if I've got it set up wrong or what, but yeah, look, that's not very good focus at all. That's a bit better, but it's still not great. But yeah, there's flavs in there. They've got to go. If there's anyone who wants the flavs, they can have them. There's a Grimodi's as well. Oh yeah, you can see him there, he's not in his pipe. But he'll probably be kept as a pet as well, but all the others are going to go. I don't know if to keep her as a spare in case the male turns too nasty in the other one, but it means keeping another decent sized tank, do you know what I mean? So, especially these flavs, these get them. My male was like 13.5 inches and like thick, deep bodied fish. The female weren't much smaller. So the last thing I want is like 15 or 16 of these things growing up around me. So if anyone wants flavs, hit me up. And this, to be fair, has got to go as well. Something I can't remember catch the cage. I think Centalia or something like that. But it's an F1. What used to be Frederick Starley, but it's now Multifasciatus. But yeah, all decent fish as well. This is by Alma Cuba. This is an F2. It comes from the person who's got the original F1 pair on there. But yeah, flavs mate definitely have to go. So if anyone wants them, do your homework. It's like a more rare version of a Midas and a lot more pure of a species, because Midas have been played around with and line bred so much that for colouring and different morphs, whereas these are literally allegedly, well, F2 stroke F3. The male was meant to be an F1 and the female was a F2. So whatever that makes the fry, but yeah, they're good quality, very good quality. So if you're into amps, these are just like a very rare version of the Midas cichlid. They're very deep bodied and that. They're more like getting towards the Chancho, not quite as big, but you know what I mean. They look very similar in that, but these are really lovely red sort of what's the word? Sort of like hexagons on them of red lines as they get older. But yeah, cheers.